Ernest Kurtz's The Spirituality of Imperfection, Storytelling and the Search for Meaning is a profound exploration of human fallibility, the role of storytelling, and the pursuit of meaning in life. Co-authored with Catherine Ketchum, the book draws heavily on the wisdom of spiritual traditions, psychology, and the lived experiences of people in recovery programs such as Alcoholics Anonymous, AA. Its central thesis is that imperfection is not a flaw to be eradicated, but a fundamental aspect of being human, and that embracing imperfection is the key to spiritual growth, authenticity, and connection. The book begins by challenging modern obsessions with perfection. Kurtz argues that the pursuit of flawlessness, whether in morality, achievement, or spirituality, leads to frustration, alienation, and despair. Human beings are inherently imperfect, and attempts to deny this reality only deepen suffering. Instead, spirituality begins with acceptance, acknowledging our limitations, vulnerabilities, and brokenness. This acceptance is not resignation, but liberation, freeing us from unrealistic expectations and opening us to grace. A major theme is the role of storytelling. Kurtz explains that stories are the primary way humans make sense of imperfection. Through stories, we share experiences of failure, struggle, and redemption, creating bonds of empathy and understanding. He emphasizes that spirituality is not about abstract doctrines, but about lived narratives, stories that remind us we are not alone in our imperfection. The book is filled with anecdotes from diverse traditions, illustrating how storytelling fosters healing and meaning. Kurtz draws extensively on the wisdom of Alcoholics Anonymous, AA. He notes that AA's power lies not in theological sophistication, but in its storytelling culture, where members share experiences of addiction, failure, and recovery. These stories validate imperfection, dismantle shame, and inspire hope. Kurtz argues that AA embodies a spirituality of imperfection, where healing comes not from denial, but from honesty, humility, and community. Another theme is the distinction between problem-solving and meaning-making. Modern culture often treats imperfection as a problem to be solved, seeking techniques or therapies to eliminate flaws. Kurtz insists that imperfection is not a problem but a reality. Spirituality does not solve imperfection but helps us live with it meaningfully. This shift from fixing to accepting transforms how we approach suffering, relationships, and self-identity. The book also explores the paradoxes of spirituality. Kurtz highlights paradoxes such as strength and weakness, wisdom and humility, and freedom in surrender. These paradoxes reflect the reality of imperfection, where growth often emerges from failure and connection from vulnerability. He argues that spirituality thrives in paradox, resisting simplistic solutions and embracing complexity. Kurtz integrates insights from diverse traditions, Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, and Sufism, showing how each acknowledges imperfection. He cites biblical stories of flawed heroes, Buddhist teachings on suffering, and Sufi poetry celebrating brokenness. These traditions converge on the idea that imperfection is the gateway to wisdom and compassion. By embracing imperfection, we cultivate empathy, humility, and resilience. The book also addresses the role of community. Kurtz emphasizes that imperfection isolates when hidden, but connects us when shared. Communities that embrace imperfection, such as AA groups or faith communities, provide spaces of honesty and acceptance. In these spaces, people find belonging not through perfection, but through shared vulnerability. Spirituality, therefore, is communal as much as personal. Stylistically, the book is reflective and narrative. Kurtz blends scholarship with storytelling, weaving together philosophy, theology, and lived experience. His tone is compassionate, inviting readers to see imperfection not as shameful, but as deeply human. He avoids dogma, presenting spirituality as a universal search for meaning rather than a sectarian dogma. Importantly, Kurtz reframes imperfection as a source of hope. He argues that perfection is static, leaving no room for growth, where imperfection opens possibilities for change. Our flaws remind us that we are unfinished, always capable of learning and becoming. This perspective transforms imperfection from burden to gift, fostering resilience and creativity. Ultimately, the spirituality of imperfection is a meditation on humanity. It teaches that imperfection is not a defect, but the essence of being human, that storytelling is the path to meaning, and that spirituality is about living authentically with our limitations. Kurtz's message is clear. In imperfection, we find connection, compassion, and hope.